Hello and welcome to Chadra's Dota, where I describe heroes from Dota 2 to Chan, who's never played Dota, so he has to draw them based on my description alone. Check the video description for the completed drawing. In this episode, Jakiro. Jakiro is a flying two-headed dragon. I'll go over his basic dragon body type first. Most of his body is black. He's got 4 legs, 2 wings, 2 necks, 2 heads, and 2 tails. So his heads are fairly large, so his necks are pretty thick, and they're kind of short by dragon standards, so they look kind of like a llama's. His right head is his ice head. It's light blue and it has yellow eyes. It's kind of like a scaly, cracked stone in texture, and it has 2 fat, shortish blue horns coming out in a wide V on top of his head. Its jaw is huge and has a little underbite. It has 4 long spikes spread out in the front of its chin and 2 longer spikes jutting out frontwards on the sides of its jaw. And his left head looks like a volcanic bird, like it has a beak, and it has light blue eyes. And it has 2 long horns on its head that curve back into like smaller horns coming out like on the back of his upper jaw, like a continuation of the upper jaw coming out of its head. It's black and has like lava colored crackles all over it, which are concentrated brightly on its beak tip and its horns. So the right head is blue with orange eyes, and the left head is orange with blue eyes, which is just, you know, Valve giving a good design. And 99% of people will never see something like a detail that small, because in-game Jakiro looks like he's made out of Legos. The colors of his heads continue down their respective spines, or necks rather, and mingle on his upper back, but overall most of his body is black. His back is pretty scaly, his tail to a lesser degree, and he has a few little black spines coming out of his spine, but they're barely noticeable. His torso isn't really lizard-like. Like, he doesn't have scales on his arms and like legs and chest, but that might just be because the model's old and looks like garbage. His arms and legs look kind of like a dog or like a gargoyle or like a large rodent. Like, he doesn't have your typical lizardy dragon claws. Like, he could claw you with his fingernails if he really wanted to, but he doesn't have those like massive dinosaur raptor claws. He has 3 fingers and a thumb on both of his front hands, and his fingers are slightly long and slender and it's kind of spread out. He holds his arms close to his chest, but they still dangle down in a kind of rodentish way while he's flying around, like Mr. Burns or something. There's something like creepy about his hands, but they don't curl, you know, like at rest like a normal person's would. They're just like completely spread out and straight almost. I don't know, I looked at them for a long time, and I could just, like, the longer I looked at them, the more I could just feel them on my body. He has 3 large digits on his bigger back dangling rodent feet. Like, he's got those long dog ankles. Jakiro has large bat wings coming out of his back that are dark pinkish, purplish, but they have those creepy long black fingers in them. So basically they're like long webbed hands, like a bat. And he has those creepy long index fingers, but they're not connected to the rest of the wing. They just hang out by themselves, so he can like poke things. The wings have an orange-black underside. He also has 2 tails, which are about as long as his torso, but they stick out kind of like antennae, not straight up, but they like follow the curve of his back. They just don't look very flexible. Slightly behind his main big wings on his back, he's got on his hips little baby stabilizer wings. That'd probably help him keep straight. So delicate. And that's Jakiro. He's a twin-headed dragon with a creepy hybrid body and soft, caressing human hands. Soft, delicate Lego hands.
Do it like that.
don't know if I can do that again because the only change I did was I laid completely down.
Okay, just try.
They hate me burping. How much do they like me just eating? Oh, look at this thing, guys,